always a step ahead. Like how the price of your plan won't go up for 3 years. Guaranteed. That's refreshing. Ooh, s'mores.
Lock the price of your plan for 3 years. Just another way we keep you a step ahead.
That was wild. Okay, I think we're good. There it is. We're just going to check audio on this end. There's that advertisement. One moment. Beautiful. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think we're live on TikTok because we're private at the moment, but that is quite all right. We're just kind of messing around. I think we're gonna like resume some live streaming type stuff here soon or momentarily. At least once the schedule here kind of lightens up. That is some loud music. I don't know if you guys are hearing that. Hang on. Okay, that should be better. Allie, what's up? Hope you guys enjoy some decorating, because that's probably all I'm gonna be really working on right now. We've been trying to get some work done with our villagers, but they do not want to cooperate. I'm gonna minimize this so I can make sure to moderate. I think we're already getting some bot comments, but that's all right. I'm well versed in handling some automation at this point. Yeah, we're definitely not going on TikTok, but that's okay. That is something we can look to set up hopefully next time. Probably not. It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, feels like it should be later. Coming off that last like short week was really nice, but then we have times like this where it feels like the week should have ended 4 days ago, and it's just still going. All right, I'm thinking about doing a tour, just overall, because I was popping live in this a few days ago, and the few like comments I got in that 20-minute live stream that weren't bots were just people asking like, what is this? Because I think the last time I was broadcasting like stuff in this game, it was not in this world. It was in a realm that a few of us were rocking on. This is a solo hardcore, so if we die, it's GG. But that's where the thrill is, right? So right now I'm taking us kind of through a library that we're building. This is our first large build. The rest of the stuff's been pretty basic. Grr. Okay. If I do die in this world, it's gonna be to a bush. For sure. I'm not getting killed. It's gonna be like some kind of bogus. As you can tell, these are not even by any extent, but evenness is not really what we're looking for right now. These guys just want to complain, man. We take care of them. They get dental. How many villagers do you guys have that get dental insurance? I don't know what we're complaining about. So this is kind of what we've got so far for this. I'm going to try not to stay out here too long because it's getting dark, and we already had a little creeper incident right here, which was unfortunate. We got some of the floor patched up, but this, I don't remember what villager was there, but he was a pretty valuable one with his trades, and we had him almost maxed out, and then a creeper just came in, and we'll put a little grave out front here, I think. So this is going to be... That was a shadow. Okay. We'll have two entrances. I think one over there, one over on this side. This is going to be a nice spire dome here in the front. We've got kind of a book area here. We're going to do some like taller ceilings. I think some vines down. Just really kind of lean into this brown and green look. And then with each of these guys, we've got some trades and some labeled signs. And each of these little bookshelves here on the side also carry the trade that each villager respectively has. So we've got sharpness 4 over here. Oh, hello. And it has already begun. I'll speed through these because I really don't want a creeper coming in here. We've got unbreaking 1, but we have been stacking these to make better. I think. What did we use that? Oh, we use that on our elytra. Okay, we combined a bunch of books and put it on there. What was making that noise? This is probably the track. And infinity. That sounds like something taking footsteps. I'm gonna go sleep it off really quickly, just to kind of make sure that we're not getting hit. I've worked too hard to lose it, you know? Okay. Let's see. Where do we even begin? Is that the track? What is playing? Okay. Well, it scared the tar out of me, but that happens. Okay. I'm currently standing on our massive item sorter. This thing took a few weeks to properly put together, and I think it's a good place to start, even though it was not my first addition to this world. We have hallways with items stacked on items. They're kind of sorted here. We've got blocks, bunch of stone, every possible variation of every possible block. I like it. It helps keep us organized. And just to kind of precede here, I guess you can't tell with the walls, but they have automated redstone sorters behind them. So everything that goes in this top dropper up here, this handy dandy invention from 1942, you put hoppers on or shulkers on here, or just drop the items in the chest. So as you can see, I'm going to run these down here, and those should be on the top floor here. I think over here somewhere. Yeah, so we should see, hopefully, well, like a moment of truth here. There they go. Okay. It just takes a little bit. So, really handy. This is one of my favorite inventions in the entire game, by the way. Every world I've ever made is going to have one of these. Just a general item sorter runs all the way down. So we've got a few of our valuables over here. Some really nice full, I need to dump some of that. Some of our ores, some of our more valuables. I'll get some, there's our proper flight. I'm gonna head down here, back to square one. Now a little bit more organized. Let's go this way instead. This is our last row here. It's not yet set up, which is why you'll see some spare chests at the end of the hallway there. We don't have this thing finished quite yet. This has every wool and glass block, every color, every dye. It helps just keep some nice building objectively organized. Just easier if I can reach in and know there's white wool. Oh, I want some. I'm out of that. Plenty of magenta. Okay. This is our excess chests. That's why I was just looking in here. Anything I need to find is usually in these. Just items that don't have a sorter. And usually, yeah, so they're pretty backed up. We're going to have to pick a time to kind of come back here and empty that out. Then we've got a bunch of drops. Everything you could possibly think of. Also sorting into here. Good lord. Okay. This is going to be a series of rooms, ideally, but I'm thinking about closing all this off. We've got this big old furnace system here. Looks like it didn't quite finish, so let's actually use that as an opportunity. It's full of copper, so I'm going to send it down. It's pretty ghetto right now, but the idea just runs them over. And then we've got our... Oh, my... I don't know how I haven't died yet. We have a carpet duper way over there, but yeah, so it's kind of... That's not supposed to be in there. It's running out because I haven't run it in a while, because every time I do, it kind of crashes the game. So we're going to have to figure out some kind of quicker way to do that. Yeah, so then I've got a double hopper output, so it comes out a lot quicker like this. But for big jobs, you know, there's, I think, a straight up 64 furnaces down here. So it's doing 64 blocks at the rate of 1. Pretty simple. You just drop them in here. I'll run the machine for about 3 seconds. You get the idea. I'm surprised I didn't crash it, honestly. There's a grass block there, and I guarantee an Enderman put that there. they've been really messing with us. It's not cool. Let's go to the last row so we can go back up to the top. Oh, redstone stuff down here. I love my section down here. It's keeping the world alive. Got some random items over here. Some dirt, terraforming type stuff here. Gravel, dirt. We like us some coarse dirt, as you'll see here in a moment. Some of our crazy random blocks. One of our new favorite ones, those frog lights from our crazy farm that you'll see in about 4 minutes. And the rest of our stone runoffs over there. So pretty nice. I tried to get this to include just as many things as possible. It's just a square, if you weren't able to notice. Once we get our second beacon, we're still waiting on it. This is where it would go. So there's a full, I don't know if you can see it, there's an iron pillar down here ready to go. And the beacon would just power through here and kind of wait for this to become a very tall, monumental tower. That's sort of what we're waiting on here. Let's walk us through this way. Ironically, the newest sections of the world are going to be showed first. Yeah, so that's probably 14 health code violations, but I love them, so it doesn't matter. This is a villager breeder I found on YouTube, pretty straightforward. There's probably even babies down there ready to, yeah, so there's even more coming out. I built this and I thought it would be limited, like maybe cap at 4 or 5 and then they just stop breeding, but they don't. So I've been taking them out. Okay, they're hurting each other, so we're gonna pretend we're not seeing anything there. This is our giant wheat farm. Nowhere near finished building on the outside, as you can hopefully tell. I'm not that bad. But what we're kind of waiting on is some more inspiration or concept behind the idea of a build here. But it's a bunch of wheat farmers. There's like 6 floors of villager wheat farmers, and then they just throw their stuff down here. Pretty straightforward. We'll grab some of that and show you what we do with that. Automatic pumpkin farm here. Pistons push down, knock them in, drop them here. We get so many. So this is our farming district. It's technically our first like decently pretty build. Still some improvements to be made though. These are our farmers. They don't talk much. I'm kidding, they don't stop shutting up. Let's see, we got wheat here, carrots here, potatoes here, so here. Pretty straightforward. Just a lot of trades. This is Jean-Philippe, and this is Peter. They're the cool ones. The rest of them are pretty lame. But those pumpkins work out pretty nicely. The ones we grabbed early, we didn't grab them. We left them in the machine. But we have plenty in here. If we take them, they actually buy them 1 for 1 emerald. So we'll come through here and we'll just make an insane profit. He's not selling us any. That's why he doesn't have a name. You only earn a name if you contribute to the franchise. There we go. That is... I don't know who named him. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. That is Lauren. Can pronounce that. And we're out of pumpkins. Sorry, Abigail. Tomorrow, maybe. Nice little building. Ideally, you know, if this guy weren't taking a smoke break right here, we'd put him in here and he'll just sort them for us. But we had a little incident and we had a few. I think there's one hanging on the roof here. Yeah, Charlie's hanging on the roof over there. He retired. He died right there, so I kind of had to, like, that. Tell me that's not. It's kind of sad, honestly. I look at that and I get depressed. But then I get happy again because he contributed to this this rising kingdom. This is entirely man-made. I took from flatland. We just dug this out. I went and had to farm all this coral stuff myself. Same with everything on this path. We kind of just went crazy with the decorations. And this is a nice little koi cove. It's probably what I'm going to call it. Except it needs fishes. Fish. That's plural, right? Now, I put some in... Yeah, okay, here they are. I've been buying cod from this fisherman. I'm kind of glad they don't despawn. So we'll have to fill this thing up. It'll look really nice. I'm happy with it. Mad 2, welcome in. Welcome in. We're just hanging out. Now this, I actually, we dug this out and filled it up. And I was like, oh, that's so pretty with the flowers around. And that was before I made this. And so now when I come from this giant cove back over to this puddle, essentially, it just kind of makes me depressed. He's just hanging out here. I don't know where he's paired, but there's no utility tables out here. This kind of brings us back towards the library. I think I had another live stream up like a few weeks ago where we were over here with the old building. There used to be a giant white trading hall where this building is, and the entrance was like right here, and we just took an axe and tore it all down. It took like all day, just because like the more I kind of realized we wanted to move into some more sophisticated builds, the more it just would not. It didn't fit. It was cool at the moment. It looks like our machine broke again. Oh, that's cool. This thing keeps shutting down. Anyway, welcome to Bamboo Island, our next stop on the tour. Ow. Automatic bamboo farm there. I think you just heard the mine carts roll under, because you never stop hearing them. It's really insane. They're put into hoppers down here that collect, and then an auto crafter behind all this that crafts them into blocks. So we have them contained, stored. I have more than I could ever dream to have. I keep taking out of these and trying to sell them as sticks. We make them for we use wood for crafting everything. Sugarcane farm, pretty standard. All these storages need to be emptied at some point, but I can't hold all this stuff anymore. Didn't really think that through. Here's our one crafting table on the island. He's very alone. There's about 50 chickens on this island. I wanted to go back and name tag them all, but it just seems kind of intensive an endeavor for ultimately nothing. Cactus farm. Oh, wow. I don't think I've emptied this since I made it. It's pretty basic. I think there's 8. Yeah, there's 8 little pieces of cacti there that just drop off, and nothing crazy. I don't need it really for anything other than dyes, and even that I haven't done too much. We've got 4 automatic farmers over here. These were all wheat farmers, and somehow they started planting carrots and potatoes. So these all were wheat before, and then I go over and it's just, they don't have any wheat anymore. So I don't know what happened, but they switched. And then we've got our one. This was our OG, our first wheat farmer. And he works harder. I think I just emptied him. He works harder than the tower that was over there. There are like 6 or 7 of them. This one dude overpowers them, and it's honestly crazy. This is unfinished. There's really nothing over here. That's gonna be a house maybe, but I might drop it because we were on this island before we built anything where we came from. We're going progressionally backwards, in case I forgot to mention that. We've got a mine down here. It's just a bunch of drilled out rooms. There's about 50 to 60 copper golems down there just slaving away. But I pay them. I feed them. I fed them. One of them once. Carrot. It was rotten. This is a house I've been using. Just sleep. I don't have like an actual home yet. I feel like that's always the last thing to get built. We had that one progressional. This one's progressional. We had one over there that's progressional, and I'm about to show you the other first house that we had, which wasn't even the first because there's one way over there that we settled at first. Anyway, that's all for this island, I think. So I'm going to take us back to where it all began. And it's very much not finished here. This was the first build, I think. This was our original super smelter. You put items in here, fuel in here. Ow. There's supposed to be a door here. Like this one. I don't know what happened to it. Not my problem. I don't pay the insurance around here. Okay, mine carts. Stuff goes in there. Same as the other one. It's just smaller, and you may notice there's no output system. You're going to notice for all these things, there's no output system. The great thing about this island is actually what's under all of this, and we'll get to that last. And by that, I mean very shortly, because we're almost at the end of the tour already. Little mini farm here. You may notice him. If you see over the edge there, not quite all the way up there, because that's something entirely different. That wood right there, and that wood, that is an iron farm. It's a little too good. I built it on the side of a mountain so that it wouldn't produce that much, but let's see. Okay, I actually left this running. We can turn this off. That might have crafted a bunch of iron bars again, but okay. I guess that shut it off. Good deal. Oh yeah, this is our rapid crafter, if we need it. The iron, well, I was going to show you. The iron usually falls into here. Oh. Good job. I'm going to step away from these cows because if it's loud for me, I know it's unbearable on the stream. Going to pick up like 3 or 4 reports for that. Cow farmer, sheep, wool harvester right here, but we're probably out of, yeah. Which is good because I need to re-dye them. We have way too many of these colors, not enough of the rest. All of these sort into a massive, massive hopper output down under here, and they all go to here. I mentioned before I like the item sorters. I'm about to show you to what extent that goes. This was my first build on the world. Unfinished, but it is operational. This was my first item sorter. We have hallways and hallways down here of just things. But the main premise of this would be that every farm from the kind of mountain that we were just in, every farm depots straight into this farm. So I don't actually have to... Yeah, so you can see it's kind of disorganized. We removed some of the... Yeah, so we're going to end up using this for like some mass storage. I made all these kelp just draining into here. It's crazy. Kelp farm. That was another thing I forgot to... This is why you don't build too much, kids. You lose every... Oh, that was his one shot. And he missed it. That was really embarrassing. This is our kelp farm. Same as the iron farm. It's a little too good. It's one of these. Probably find the design if you look it up first thing online. Do you... Hey! I'm talking to people, man. No concern at all. Before we hop into the nether, because that portal leads straight to the roof where there are some pretty nice farms, things that I'm kind of proud of at least. This is my custom design for a mob grinder. We might stand out here for just a moment to see if it works, but I will show you what's going on underneath here. What is that? Item sorter? I told you I like these things. It picks up the loot, and it just automatically sorts it for us. So in the event that we want to AFK it and put campfires on top of here, which I've done quite a few times, we can absolutely do that. It not only kills them, drains the loot, but it puts it into these sorters for me. So this thing is entirely remote. And right now it's actually not spawning, which is a little weird because I don't think I've ever seen this without mobs in it. And I'm hoping... There's one. It's still slow. Okay. You have to take my word for it. This is usually a lot more... I don't know what's going on. Well... You kind of disappointed me. I was hoping for better. There's our first house that we started building and just didn't finish. It's got a pretty solid, like, thick foundation down there, and I wanted to do, like, a little snow room here on the corner. You can see it does accumulate. This pillar's been here forever. It was just for me to kind of see what was going on there. So this is going to be the top. I might still finish this. We don't really know. But I like the view of essentially like Bowser's ship kind of flying over there. And it does overlook everything that we kind of just toured. So if I ever finish this and made them into like nice kind of polished builds, this might kill me. That'd be such a sorry way to go. Okay. That was a lot of things that just happened. Oh, the nether. Oh my goodness. He almost distracted me from where we were going. And it was this giant portal right here. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. And now the dogs are crying for me. Nick, welcome in. Hope your Tuesday's going well, man. It is Tuesday, right? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Nether roof. Brilliant. There's nothing that way, I don't think. So we're going to start up here. You might think, what is this ugly, ugly build? And trust me, I think that far too often. This is a zombie thingy farm. The pig thing. I forget the names between these two. Unfortunately, they're not going to be aggravated right now, so I'm going to have to go up my little road. Yeah, so I feel like I mastered this design, honestly. The rates are insane. We get the mad. Usually, there should be one in here that remembers. You're supposed to gossip. Yeah, you're supposed to gossip for me. He's just not. I kind of stand up here. You know the drill. All that is beautiful. But I'm going to show you what we've kind of locked down here beneath. I haven't seen too many people do this. And maybe it's a waste of time. what is all this mess, you might ask? Another custom design. I'm sure other people have done it far more efficiently than I have. But what we have here, another item sorter. I told you we can't get enough of them. It picks up everything that we farm from their drops. They sort it here. We have, I believe, rotten flesh and gold. Yeah, gold ingots. You just saw one pass through, I think. If it's neither of these items, it's either a sword or a nugget, I believe. And so what those do, after the rest is sorted through, it carries over here, which pulls them into furnaces. You can see it pulled a sword. It's cooking now. From there, it goes as a nugget, I believe. Yeah. And then down here, we have an autocrafter. It needs one more. There it just went. Okay, so it just sent an ingot back up the supply and then back over our sorter to be then depoted into our supply. So we have a farm that entirely compresses their 4 items of loot into 2. So we have rotten flesh that I just actually took out to sell, and then it puts our ingots in here. What do you do with the ingots, you might ask? You take them home because you're rich. But if I'm not feeling rich, we just drop them in here. You can see there's hoppers. Again, not very efficient ways to do these, I'm sure. But the thing is, I'm trying to get these like my own kind of designs, so that even if they're worse, there's still things that I built. And then we've got a bunch of these dudes trapped in a container here. When we put the gold in that chest, I should have done it to demonstrate. Pops out of here, they trade it, throw it in here, and look, another item sorter. And then it goes into our supply here. So all of their trades get kind of processed, filtered through, so I know where to grab what. Rest of this needs to be labeled. But yeah, all this stuff that I will never, ever, ever want, I don't think. Here, want some fire resistance? There you go. Get off. Okay. Oh, they're mad. I'm not going to get hit at all. Watch this. He wasn't ready. Okay. Oh, right. This is the newest one. It's already in motion. Look at that. This is a light, what are they called? Hold on. Gotta look. Ochre Froglight Farm. And this stuff. I don't know what you even use that for. But it's there. We have a lot of it. So they spawn from up there. There's a... Oh, hello. Somewhere there's an AFK chamber. I thought it was here. It might be on the other side. Here we go. They die to snow. And then they get small enough. And our little frog homies down there eat them. And they spit out the lights. I don't want to hang out here for too long, but just in case anybody's never seen this mechanic. Yeah, I see... Sorry, I see where you chatted something, but I don't know where it went. It may have gone online. I know we're not technically live on TikTok because the account is privated, but we're going live. So if somebody managed to get in there, it may be in the TikTok chat, but I don't have a way to access that at the moment. Yeah, see on my device, it's not even showing as live. And I just looked away. I'm so sorry. Well, if you've never seen it happen, the magma dudes get small, and then the frogs eat them, and a light comes out the other end. These pick them up. It's these same lights. They look exactly like this. And then they go in these chests, and I believe... Yeah, so I mean, way too many. I'm never going to use all those. That was only for, like... The amount that are in there, I was only at this, like, zombie pig farm back here for maybe 15, 20... Like, I think I AFK'd a YouTube video or something and just killed them for a while. And that thing got so incredibly full that it was ridiculous. They're still here. What? What was his problem? Can you just shoot him real quick? Give me some of that sweet music. Okay, it's not worth it. This is hardcore. We're not dealing with that. I don't need any of that. I'm trying to think if there's anything I missed. Other than our, like, OG... We have a house way over there. Like, over the... Probably 1,000 blocks over. It's really nothing. Like, I think it's been hollowed out because I moved over here, took all the all the fascinating blocks to our next builds. Let's see. We've got... Here's our valuable stuff. I don't know why these are in here. Those are not that valuable. Put those in our nifty ditty. Nifty. I didn't just say that. Don't. Nifty hand. The sorter. I didn't say ditty. In here, we have materials to build one of these farms. Wither skeleton. It's going to take a long time, though. The design I saw, the one I'm trying to build, took, like, a long time. So I just went ahead and put those supplies in those shulkers so that when I'm feeling up to it, realistically probably a weekend or 2028, we'll put that together. What else is here? Like, I feel like there's more to this. Okay, there's an Enderman farm in the end, but it's the standard. Like, I feel like there's only one way to really build one of those effective, and that's what that is. Oh, here, that's why I wasn't seeing. Hold on. Live. Let me update this. Okay, there's a few. Sorry. I was I was missing all these comments. Let me see. Yeah, so that zombie pigman farm, you kill them, you're up on the, okay, I should have, I'm not there anymore. What am I hearing? Hold on. Sorry. I'm gonna answer that. How did that even happen? I left for okay. Well, why did he bring his prices up? Did he think I, like, neglected him? Maybe I just keep them here. Like, a whole duality. This will be like an art piece. Okay, well, I'm going to sell to him right in front of him, and I'm going to answer your question while doing that. So, oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Apologies. You may have saw that there was that, like, half-slab balcony right in front of the pigmans. So, say they're here, right? This is the killing chamber. The way I was, like, up there and crouching and hitting them, it brings the XP up to me, but the items still drop below and go through that whole, like... Now I'm tempted to go back. Other comment... Okay, you know what? We're going to go back. Because this other comment was about the light farm, so... 2 birds with 1 stone. If you guys are watching on TikTok, I'm not currently able to access those comments, so unfortunately I'm not seeing what you're saying. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitch. If you have anything to ask, either about this world, or I'm also, I think, streaming this on my music accounts. If you have a question completely unrelated to what we're doing right now, feel free. So here, let me, if I can stick this landing. I can, I'm a pro. Second to none, except most. Okay, they're not mad. Okay, well, I'll demonstrate at least what I'm talking about. So right here, yeah, so I have to crouch to get up here. I can't jump right now just because of how high this is. But if I'm standing here, I'm gonna have to bring them in here. That's crazy. I'm so sorry I'm taking so long to, like, address these. I would hope that's because we want to, like, incorporate these in our own, like, in people's work. Look at all these. Okay, you ready for this? Gonna think of a joke to make there, but I'm not a very funny person, so I'll let it write itself. Okay, so I'm gonna crouch, hop up. I have to be barely on the side here, because if I go forward, you can see they hit me, and I don't like that very much. Hit. So see, I'm getting the XP, but their items are falling into this sorter below, which is carpeted, and it's nice. And I can step down here to get any that I missed. So that's a lot. That's plenty. I didn't plan this XP number, by the way. That just kind of happened. Rotten flesh. I have to bring this stuff back. Hold on. The light. Okay. I didn't really demonstrate. I'm hoping that we have some more that maybe fell through. Okay, here we go. There's little cubes in here, so maybe we can watch this actually play out. We have 3 frogs? Aren't they cute? Who said no? Ban them. Okay, so they're gonna hop down. They're going for the golem in the middle. Or at least they're supposed to be. This guy seems to be actually vibing with him. Is he still there? Yeah, he's still there. Okay, so we just didn't see him. Here we go. Okay, right there. We got it that time, right? Are we still live? We are still live. Okay. Just making sure I didn't, like, cut you off right before. maybe if they get small enough. Yeah, the snow kills them until they get small size. If you haven't built one of these farms, I honestly recommend it, because if you can like get frogs, it's pretty worth it. If I needed this thing to be any more powerful, there we go. That was a pretty good side of it. If I needed this to be more powerful, I would put like 30 frogs in there, because the rates would be insane. But again, we've got these hike. See where they filled up to. Yeah, this row right here started to fill up, and this is so much more than I would ever use. I don't know. They're cool lights to have, and I'm gonna use them in all my builds. But like, what's there? What happened here? Okay. Like, what's in that farm right now is already so much more than I would use. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything in the... We have another portal to get, like, just to the straight nether. I don't think there's anything there. I know I haven't built any sort of farms or anything. We tried to get... what's the other structure? Not a fortress. The other ones with, like, the netherite template in it. I had to search, like, 6 of those, and I courted death more times than I've been born just to try to get that book. Do I bother healing this guy or no? I seriously don't know how this happened. Like, the last time I was on, this is what I was working on. I took forever just getting them in there and healed and good to go. And then this dude, here, eat it. Did he actually pick it up? That's what I'm talking about. That's my homeboy right there. I mean, he's not looking so good right now, but he'll get there. We take good care of our guys. The farming district over there, I only infected them like 4 times. And I healed them almost every time. I'm a good boss. And I pay them a little... I didn't pay... They're okay. You know what? We had a meeting. HR was there. I am the HR department, but I was there in attendance. I let half of them represent, and obviously they weren't allowed to talk, but we did get quite a few things like figured out. Like, for example, this row here, much better prices, so they all get names. They get names. This row here, no. There is an empty slot here. That's a long story, and it has part of the reason to do with why the rest of this row doesn't have names. We had like a sort of Hunger Games situation where we had these two fight, and well, he won. Sorry, she won? Who's this? Elton. Yeah, this was Elton, this was John. John got destroyed. And Elton's a better name anyway, so. Well, to clarify, Elton was a zombie, John was normal, so it was kind of a one-way fight, but John could have stuck up for himself a little bit more. It was kind of pathetic to watch, if you ask me. What was this other one I didn't get to? Oh, it's on YouTube, I bet. I need a fix for multi-stream. There we go. Which requires additional permission. Okay. Somehow I'm not verified on YouTube to go live, but I'm currently live, so I don't know how that works. And I've gone live on them before, so maybe something to figure out next time. Oh, this is, hold on. This little, like, I don't even know what this ended up looking like. I was trying to do, like, a sort of mob grinder thing, because right by where our enchantment area is going to be, there is a naturally generating skeleton XP farm. Let's see if we can see it. Yeah. Like, I didn't know they could spawn this high, so I was digging to try to terraform here, making some room for some trees and stuff, and I hit this. And I'm like, so we built a path. It goes underwater, but I think it's too far over to where they won't actually spawn, because I tried just getting them here, and they wouldn't. So I think we'll have to build, like, an actual killer chamber closer to this. But just having one that close to the surface is honestly crazy. Oh, you're right. That's good. That's good, bro. Where's that at? If it's at ODU, I've been by there before, or at least their campus. It's nice. I probably would have learned a little bit more if I went to school there instead of instead of where I went. Here, I'm trying to think. We already. I don't want to do too much work on the library today. I'm thinking it's going to be more kind of just making a game plan for the outside. Furnishing the inside of this is going to be kind of boring, and I'm honestly not feeling up to that. It's already 9 o'clock. I have work in the morning. I did start my new job today, and it's kind of been fun already. I kind of popped off today. I'm not going to lie. Like, I got a lot done. Let's see. I was originally going to make the front of this here. This is our library, by the way. If you're new dropping by. YouTube's getting some people. Awesome, guys. Welcome in. Again, I'm having like chat permissions kind of revoked on the YouTube. So I'm seeing Twitch isn't populating. I don't promote on there. TikTok is somehow getting comments, even though we're not public. So I don't know. And it's not even showing up for me. But I'm seeing the chat. It pauses the window every time I minimize. Okay. Also, our music seems to have... Video pause. Continue watching. Okay. We were out of music for a moment. There we go. Get that nice relaxing soundtrack back on. I think we want to... Here's what we'll do. You know what? You guys can watch this kind of populate the cove over here. I'm still trying to think of a name for this. It is a cove. We're going to have kind of paths surrounding it. This whole vibe here with the buildings on top and the wall, that's going to be all the way around. But this is a relatively new build, so I have no need for these buckets. I'm going to be 100%. I guess we can stack them. I don't know what I'd use them for. Hey, buddy. Do we want to name all the COD? Is that something we want to commit to? Down the road, obviously. We're not... That would be insane right now, but... They deserve names, you know? I apologize in regression for that. There was definitely a quicker way to do that, and I just didn't. God, we gotta get that. I still don't even know how that would have happened. I was only over here when it was day. He definitely ate. I've been trading him rotten flesh. He's definitely been chewing on that. He definitely ate that. No, he definitely ate that. That's crazy. How long? It's tricky because the section I keep referencing over there I've had for months. Like I had this world a while back. Just started a hardcore, and then I got to a point where I was supposed to like go to the Nether to get rods to get to the end, and I think I was just like, I don't want to die because it's hardcore, and then I just didn't play anymore. And I think we hopped on the Realm for a while, and that's what's on the channel prior. Which that world's still intact. I might honestly hop on there for a little bit and just make sure everything's okay. But our starter home over there is just something I kind of decided to continue because I wanted to do a hardcore world, but I didn't want to start one from fresh. So I was like, you know what? I've already got this one. We'll just do some catching up since there's already some supplies. We got geared up. Took forever because we were playing it like way too safe. But I finally got my Elytra, and now we're just kind of here vibing. And I mean, we've gotten together. It's pretty good. Did I only name my helmet? We got a lot to do. Like, straight up. There's just things I haven't done because I don't know how I want to do them yet. We got some work done in the library. I think... Why don't we switch over? I'm going to switch over to the Realm real quick. See if I still have that up. I want to kind of showcase. That would not be here. That would be here. There we go. Moment of truth. It's probably been months since I've hopped on here. Be so for real. TikTok froze. Hold on. It's good on YouTube. I don't know about the audio. Okay, let me reboot the TikTok real quick. I'm gonna keep the rest of the stream up. I think I can just do this one platform. It may freeze for a moment, and I apologize for that. Hold on. That's why it wouldn't let me pull up the TikTok chat, because it was windowed in my desktop. I see it now, and I apologize. Oh my god, I ignored everyone. I'm so sorry. I don't know how people are in. It's a private stream. Can we have empty boxes? Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. Last time we were on, we were building these giant. Okay, hold on. Oh. 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 Hello? Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'm not doing anything right now. Guys, I 100% just died. What are we doing? I'm not doing anything. Hands off. Look, it's still going. Get me out of here. Hold on. Oh, is it? Hold on. Wait, do I need to... Is it offline? Did I just get to an offline world? Okay, now I'm curious. Hold on. Let me try this again. This is... I think it might have frozen the realm because it looked like it didn't want me... Okay, see, it's still letting me interact with stuff. Okay, there's an arrow. I don't know what's going on. My internet's fine. Okay, we're gonna tour this thing as if nothing's going on, and when something happens, we'll just kind of deal with it. We'll stove fire. I'm trying to remember, because I know we ended at this section. I'm assuming it's actually gonna let us kind of look through here, because it may not. Oh yeah, our elusively large item sorter. We get to the top, and it's just this small little building. Land, what's up, man? We just finished on the other, the local hardcore, but we might have back on there. Honestly, I might jump straight into editing after this because I want to get like a more planned full stream where we kind of say like, okay, this project is what we're working on, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's empty. I thought we were lagging. Okay. Hold on. We've got it's like our reward room kind of thing. This took forever to build, like farming all this. That was ridiculous. I remember like almost quitting multiple times just because of building this. Here's our in-house iron farm, which doesn't seem to be doing anything right now, but the server is also like half broken, it looks like, so. Easy fixes, easy fixes. We got, oh, version 1 of a bamboo farm. Oh, wow, this is, okay. Probably didn't help that I'm live streaming and running this at the same time, but whatever. Oh yeah, this is a sword that one of our realm mates lost in here like forever ago, and I came on like after we stopped running it and I found it. Chicken farm probably doesn't work. Nothing works. Okay, kind of works. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Thank you though. Sheep farm back here. I'm not gonna bother trying to open these chests because I don't know if you can hear when I'm clicking and then when the chests are actually opening, but it's not lining up at all. Oh, I really want to fly over there, but it's gonna kill me. We'll save this for you know what? We've done videos on this. We might do another like actual video. TikTok still, but yeah, I think we're kind of shutting down. I'm not sure what's going on. Probably didn't help that I just pulled up an online realm. Well, we can kind of see this work a little bit. Hold on. The grinder almost took me too. Oh, that's a shame. How's about that? I mean, we've been live for an hour. What I'm probably gonna have to do is just pull up either local or this and just like focus on that. If we outstream to one platform at a time, it's also going to be significantly easier. Let's do that. And I might aim for like an actual stream this weekend. We'll talk in chat a little bit more, and I'll actually have TikTok pulled up at the the beginning. See, Candy L, Jared, thanks for. I see that you followed. I don't see where, and I apologize for that. This is the most disorganized live stream. I kind of forgot how to do all this. It's been a few months. But we'll try to get some like semi-consistent stuff up. At the very least, start repopulating the YouTube channel. Since I've been working on this world a lot anyway, figure like might as well record it, you know. Yeah, let's let's plan on that. I'm gonna go again this weekend, and yeah, thanks to everybody who stopped by. We had some fun conversations earlier, and I might put on the YouTube like an actual world tour so we can just get into working from there, and maybe start like stream top to bottom. Here's a project we're working on. Let's just finish it. And that'll help me kind of get some stuff together too. I just realized this was froze frame. You didn't get to see the scrolling. That's a shame. Saturday. Hold me to that. Saturday.